King. I am the widow of Dr. Martin Luther King. I was born in Marion, Alabama. I graduated from Antioch College in Yellow Springs, Ohio. I'm a civil rights activist for all people and the mother of 4 children. I believe in peace, love, justice, and Jesus Christ, and I am a follower of Jesus Christ.
Salam alaikum. My name is Betty Shabazz. I was born on May 28, 1936. I was raised by a foster family in Detroit. I married Malcolm X, in 1958. We have 4 girls.
Okay, now we know that they married or were married to some famous husband. They had famous husbands. Can one of you tell me what were some qualities in your husband that were the same? What was something about them that what did they have in common?
Well, Malcolm and Martin had the same strive for the same goal, and that was peace and the ability to live a free life. They basically stood for that, but they had different views in how to go about it.
Okay, now can you answer how were they different? What was different about them?
They were different because Martin Luther King, he was more peaceful in every step. Malcolm believed that by any means necessary.
Okay. Okay, well, you just answered the next question that I had, or just put it out there. It says that your husband is quoted as saying, by any means necessary. What do you mean by that?
He implied that he was prepared to use physical violence, if necessary, to protect and to further the struggle of the people.
Okay, and your husband says, hate cannot drive out hate, only love. What did you mean by that?
What Martin meant was, love is constructive, it builds, it creates. And only thing hate does is tear down. And most times hate destroys the very structure and personality of the hater. And hate destroys the hater as well as the hater. So, he stood for love. Whereas Malcolm felt, don't love your enemies, love yourself. He felt humbling to our oppressors only made them more encouraged to treat us unkindly. But, like I said, love builds. And Martin believed in that, and we stood for that, and that's what we marched for.
Can you both, or one, explain your religious differences?
Malcolm, he believed once we gathered at the temple, once we left, you leave your religion there. Don't take it out into the street to mix. You don't use it out there. That's where you left it. He quoted one time when he was in Detroit, he was speaking to a group, and he said, we're not going to speak on religion. We're not going to put it out there because it only causes argument and confusion. And what he said was, and there were ministers and pastors in the audience, and what he said was, leave it at home in a closet. Because if it hasn't done you any good now, you need to get rid of it anyway.
Can you explain?
Martin was a Christian.
All right.
Martin believed in Jesus Christ. He was raised in the Baptist church, and he knew that, God was the ruler of all things. And if we were to get through this, our prayers and our dependence upon God would be the one to help us. He believed in Jesus Christ, he preached the word of God, and he taught love through Jesus Christ. And you couldn't make him do anything different.
All right. Can you explain life after your husband's passing?
Yes, it was a bit lonely for a while. On that day, April 4th, 1968, I was so confused as to, why this world could not harmoniously just receive the love that Martin so often preached about. It was saddening. So I took care of my 4 children the best I could without their father. And then after a while, after praying, and then I became more determined and I became more involved. And I said, you know what, my husband's dream will be a reality. He saw this dream, why would I sit down now? After all the hard work, all the people that lost lives and people that struggled. And so I took the helm with the pain of broken heart, and I kept serving, I kept marching, and I didn't flinch. In a crisis, you're supposed to rise to the occasion, especially this occasion. The Lord will give you the strength that you need to keep you in spite of, and that's what I held on to.
What about you?
Well, after Malcolm died, it was hard. I had 4 girls, 2 twins on the way, no money, and I had to do something. I was so sad that I couldn't let my children see me that way. I wanted them to see me strong so they could be strong. So what I had to do is I had to move on, pick up. I went back to school. And I wound up having a job at the college. But I had to keep moving to show my children that you don't, just because you get knocked down, you don't have to stay down.
All right. Okay, this is the last question to you both. If you had to do it all over again, to walk the walk that you guys walked, would you do it again?
I have thought about that. I was asked that question before. And yes, I would. Yes, I would too, because to see, people of rainbow walking together in unity and love and, fulfill the dream that my husband so hoped for. You understand what I'm saying? It's a joy to see that wall of hate broken down. And it's a precious vision for the eyes to behold. And yes, I would do it again.
What about you?
I love my husband, Malcolm, very much. But that's a 2-part question for me. Because if I had to stand there and see him shot 15 times with my children, and to go through getting my house burned down and all kinds of threats, I don't know if I could do it again. But to go through the part where he was out there for a cause, trying to make things happen. My husband, he was considered the most powerful and influential man, Black American. And they don't know the last part of his life. When he came back from Mecca, how his life had changed, how he wanted to get there. He saw he was doing he was going about things the wrong way. He wasn't doing it peaceful. But if that part was into there, where he was doing it peaceful, yes, I would want to go through it again.
I would like to thank you ladies very much, and I am Oakley Winfrey.